My name is Motherboard. I'm here to give a presentation about the motherboard. This is the motherboard. So the motherboard serves as a single platform. It connects all the parts of the computer. The CPU, the RAM, hard drive, etc. The motherboard is the backbone that ties the computer components together. It serves as the brain of the computer. Without the motherboard, the computer doesn't function well. So, functions of the computer motherboard are as follows. It acts as the central backbone, acts as a platform for various expressions of the computer, and it's also responsible for distribution of the power and everything.
Starting years colloquially movement, I will continue where my fellow student has ended, Randy. So here I'm going to do a presentation of this motherboard. On this motherboard, we have this green port. It's a mouse port, this one. And we have the keyboard with a purple color. Yeah, and we have the VGA sub port. Is this one. We use it to project. Also we have the DVI port. Also we have the HDMI. The HDMI port is also used to project. And then we have the optical output and the IEE port. Also the USB port where we insert the USBs. Yeah, you can see this diagram shows us all the things connected on the motherboard. Yeah, you can go to the next slide. The motherboard, the first one is the RJ45. It is the registered Jack 45, the LAN port. This allows the connection to local areas, network through a network hub using the RJ46 cable. And the second one is the analog audio port. This port connects a tape, CD, DVD player or other audio sources. And the third one is the VGA port. The VGA port is the cable that carries an analog signal as opposed to the digital signal and the range of the video resolution. However, the video quality directly responds to the cable quality and the doubly on higher resolution. And the fourth is the USB. The USB is the universal series bus. Yeah, and there are usually a couple of these ports located on each motherboard used for connecting pen drives and external hard drives like iPods or MP3 players. The other part is the keyboard port. The keyboard port, this port is for
number 7, the 13948 port. This port is used to connect any fire devices. The fire wire has a large pin supplied by the USB. Some of the professional audio hardware are used to the firewire. Though you may also occasionally find a higher speed IEE 1394B headers, but they are even rare. The SATA port, the technology attached, it is an external interface for the SATA technologies. It competes with fireware 400 and the universal serial bus, the USB 2.0, to provide fast data transfer speed for the external storage device. And we have the optical S, the PDIF, used for sound connection to home audio receives for power PC speakers with the optical connections.
The next one, troubleshooting the motherboard. And the following list helps with the motherboard troubleshooting. What you have to do is the motherboard receiving power check the power supply to see if the fan is turning. If the CPU or motherboard has a fan, see if it is turning. Check the voltages going from the power supply to the motherboard. Check the BIOS UEFI settings for accuracy. And check the overheating power down. Check the overheating, power down the computer and allow the computer to cool. Power on the computer with the cover off. Check the motherboard for this standard copper status. These are small components that might appear to be bugging. If signed, replace the motherboard as soon as possible. Reset the CPU, adapters and memory chips. Remove unnecessary adapters and devices and boot the computer. Plug the computer into the different power outlets and circuit if possible. Check to determine whether the motherboard is shorting out.
Should a great motherboard. Check power cables. Make sure all of your power cables are properly seated. The 24-pin connected as well as the CPU power cable. You must also remove RAM and discrete GPU. If you know your motherboard has working power indicators, etc., try pulling the RAM and GPU to see if the motherboard will power on without those components. You must also check the power supply. Make sure your power supply is actually providing electricity to your motherboard. You must also check the motherboard standoffs. Sometimes when rearranging the positions of standoffs in a case, you can leave one in a port where it's not lined up with the motherboard holes.
Okay, guys, we've reached the conclusion and we have discussed the motherboard, the definition of the motherboard, the parts of the motherboard, how it works and how to troubleshoot the motherboard. Thank you.